Hi, this is Rob and Ali sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel. And I have a very gravelly voice, I'm so sorry.
This is day 3 of our 3-night short cruise, Disco Glam on the P&O Pacific Adventure. Actually, gotta come clean, it's not day 3. We've been partying so hard, we actually forgot to do the introduction to day 3.
You can hear, can't you? I've just been singing my heart out, and my apologies to anybody standing near. Hopefully the music was loud enough to drown my terrible voice out. But we have had a ball, and so we missed our introduction yesterday. But carry on watching.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you what we did on day 3. You just have to watch.
We arrived at the waterfront restaurant for our breakfast this morning. We like a sit-down breakfast. You don't have to stand up in the pan. That makes it sound like you stand up, but we like to come to the restaurant for our breakfast. So we arrived at the waterfront. The queue was out the door, and they kind of pointed to, and they said, "No more breakfast here. You'll have to go upstairs." My face dropped. Nothing wrong with the pantry. It's just I prefer a little bit quieter and a little bit less bustly in here, in the restaurant. And what they meant was to come up to Angelo's, which is just one floor up, not to go to the pantry, which is on the 14th floor. Angelo's is where Byron Beach Club, passengers have their breakfast. It's pretty much the same restaurant as downstairs in the Waterford, but they get a different menu and they come here. So this is the Overflow restaurant. We get our menu, which there's plenty on it. It'd be good to see what that menu would be like, isn't it?
I wonder if we can maybe ask to have a look at it.
Maybe we'll.
Although it may very well be on the app anyway. Look,
they may think that you'll get kind of menu envy.
And then upgrade to Byron Beach Club.
Yeah, maybe. So it's nice in here because it's kind of, there's enough people in here to make it have a nice vibe, but it's not too noisy because it is the Overflow restaurant.
And the tables in Angelo's are separated a little bit further than they are in Waterfront, so we've got...
They are, yes, got lots of space. So looking forward to my breakfast today, which is going to be fresh fruit salad. I've gone for the smashed avocado and then 2 fried eggs as well. And Robert was kind of picking off the whole breakfast, the full English, I guess is what we would normally call it. And he starts picking off, and the guy went, "You just want everything?" And he's like, "Yeah, go on then." Yeah, all right then. Forced me into it.
The way the menu's set out is that the heading is the eggs. So you choose your eggs and then you choose all your bits to go with it, your bacon, your sausage, your hash browns, your baked beans. And I was looking to decide what I wanted, and you just said, "Let's just have everything." Okay then, fair enough. See me up for the day.
A nice little touch is having the mini good times. So in your room, in your sort of cabin door, every evening, they will put the good times for the next day. And this tells you all the activities, plus there's sort of things on the back about the spas and bits of information that you may need that they print each day and what movies are on. But it's nice that in the restaurant, just before you come in, they have the little mini version here that you can carry around. And it means at breakfast, you can decide what you're doing for the day. Robert found some of the old P&O good times from about 15 years ago. And I think, was it on the good times that they used to print?
No,
there wasn't the
daily.
So it was a separate, I thought it was on the good times, and they used to give you like the daily, which was like the headlines of the news, and it was all the day's news.
Oh no, that was a different sheet. Yeah, that was a news sheet.
It was on a news sheet. Well, they don't do that anymore. That's a pity. I suppose they think everybody's got everything on their phone, but that used to be good to read at breakfast. But anyway, I'm going to put serious business now. Look, the glasses are going on. Let's pick what we're going to do for the day. This is one of my favourite jokes. 2 old girls are sitting on a bench on the promenade. And one says to the other, "Oh, it's windy, isn't it?" And she says, "Is it? I thought it was Thursday." And she said, "Yes, so am I. Let's go for a cup of tea." That then brings us into Rob's going to tell you what happened last night with our waiter.
We were in Dragon Lady last night, and we've had our menus, and we decided, and the waiter came over to take our order, and he asked us, or he asked, have you decided? She misheard him, got very animated, started clapping her hands, and said, yes, I'm very excited. She thought she thought he'd asked if she was excited. So
Have you decided?
That was funny. That was funny. We had a laugh. I had a laugh.
At my expense. This is the way they presented the smashed avocado and 2 fried eggs. Look how beautiful that looks. So there's the avocado and it's on rye bread.
That's a good portion of avocado.
Isn't it? And then you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to do this. Wow, look at that. Beautiful.
Now, just better point out as well, there are some additional items on the breakfast menu that you can pay for, but the avocado is not one of them. That is included.
Yes, it is included. And it's huge. It's a massive portion. And there was nothing stopping me from also getting bacon, sausages, beans, anything else that I wanted on there as well on top. Absolute feast.
And this is my eggs with everything. So we've got some mushrooms, tomatoes, sausages. The hash browns are actually potato gems. Same thing, just a different shape, and some baked beans. So I'm going to tuck into this before it gets too late, because we need to make it down to Cruise Director's morning trivia. Breakfast over, it was delicious once again. So now, all the way to the other end of the ship, to the Black Circus, for the Cruise Director's morning trivia. We'll see how we go today. See if I can get a few less mentions today.
Which mammal is known to have the most powerful bite in the world?
We struggled with this one. I thought it was one of the big cats, but Al thought it was a hippo, so we'll see what the answer is.
It's a hippo! In the lucky bucket, you...
Robin didn't believe me!
Alrighty. A sparkly lanyard for when you come on your next cruise. Ooh, fancy. It's gonna go to Team Simba. Alright, next up, we are going to give away 1 pass to go down the Flying Fox. It's going to Kirsty's 40th. Yeah, and for your birthday, you have to go down the Flying Fox. Yeah. Last but not least, I'm going to give away another 2 tickets to Blanc de Blanc Uncorked. The final prize for today is going to prize of Cruise Director's Trivia, Maria Leslie. Yay! Look at that celebration going on over there.
We've come straight down to the Adventure Hotel for another quiz. Well, sort of. It's called What's in the Bag? Alex is going to read out 3 questions. Well, they're going to pick names out of a bag. You put your name in, and if you get called on the stage, you get asked 3 questions. If you get the 3 questions correct, you get to choose between a prize or an envelope, which there may or may not be something in. Just started, the envelopes, first guy has won an envelope, but there was nothing in it.
She's really thinking about it up here.
Strategy.
She's trying to read through the paper. Oh, River, would you like to open it up and see what's on that paper?
What have we got?
Yeah, read it into the microphone. Let's have a look. What is it?
1 bottle opener kiwi, just what my husband wanted.
Yay! Alrighty, so you get 1 bottle opener kiwi.
So the game's carrying on, and there have been 2 or 3 people who've had envelopes, and they've won things like key rings and pop sockets and some earrings, and I think there's just 2 no wins at the moment, and they both got given prizes anyway.
Are you ready, Russell? You have won absolutely nothing!
Give him a pop socket for his troubles. Give him a pop socket.
Just throwing these pop sockets away, everybody.
Well, after kind of a 3-course breakfast, who could possibly manage to fit in a 3-course lunch? We can. And luckily we were able to make it into the waterfront restaurant today. The queues were out the door and round the atrium and back again, I think, before. But it was 1 o'clock, we came past, and the queues were very minimal. So we just joined the back of it, and in we are. And we've already had our order taken. It is now only 1:10 past. So all looks good for us to be able to have this and then be for the murder mystery at about 2 o'clock. So they brought our 2 courses together. So that was our starter and our main together. Not a problem this time because it kind of goes together, I guess. I've got the onion rings and the calamari. And we're on a rush, so it didn't really, it just doesn't really bother us at all. Now, I just wanted to, I don't know whether anybody else has noticed this, but Robert and I, when we've been shopping, sometimes we'll pick up a lunch somewhere. And the last time we had kind of a falafel or a wrap or something, and we noticed that the mayonnaises or the aioli were starting to go like a transparent. It wasn't like thick and creamy, and we just found them very sweet and disgusting, and we had to scrape them off. And the same thing happened when we were in Sydney and we'd ordered something when we were staying there and we didn't like the look of it. And then now we've come here, so it must be the catering, it must be whatever catering make these places are using. And I don't know whether it'll pick it up on the camera, but if you have a look, that is supposed to be like a chili aioli. And if you just look at it on the knife, it's actually like a see-through and it's disgusting. And then this is the aioli that goes with the onion rings and the same thing. It's like, and I think it's just oil. I'm going to taste it, but I've had it before, and it is literally oil and sugar. That is so sweet. That is like a boiled sweet. It's that sweet. So it's just oil and sugar. It is not a proper sauce, and caterers, you need to stop doing it. It's just, you're just ruining the food. Awful. Anyway, that's my one criticism of this. Everything else is very nice.
And everything else is a table full of food. I'll just pan you through it while we're here. And as you can see, so we've got all this lot. If we do not make this murder mystery at 2 o'clock, it's our own fault.
Oh no, I'm chucking in the onion rings, delicious. Yeah, these are nice. Pay extra for these. This was, I think it was only $3, but look, you get all this. And they're lovely. They're really nice.
We finished lunch in plenty of time now, off to the Black Circus. Actually, Ali's going for a lay down just to prepare herself for this evening. So I'm off down to Black Circus to watch the murder mystery. I have no idea what this is actually all about. The other quizzes, we've been able to get seats in the Black Circus. Today for the murder mystery, it is absolutely full. It is chocker. We're having to stand up by the DJ box, but big sheet of paper. Looks like there's lots of questions to answer. I'm playing with Deb and Matt. We'll see how we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, discoers and discoettes, the mint melodramatic musical murder mystery of the murdered master mariner at midnight on a misty Monday with a Maya machete. Oh my god, that was hard enough as it is.
Oh, I can see a ship on the horizon.
Track 1, name the song and name the artist.
Holmes, Chief Officer MacDonald, was just chatting with me yesterday about his unusual collection of antique knives that he has on board with him. He's collected them during his travels around the world. I believe some people call him
Track 17.
It's amazing, Holmes. How on earth did you manage to solve the crime so quickly?
It's elementary, dear Watson. I knew it because I had a good.
Play track 24. Give them all a massive round of applause, everyone.
5 songs down, Tadlin artists. We're at 100% at the moment. I think that might change. I think that's about to change right now.
That's it, we're done.
We're done. Cheeseburger in Paradise? Never even heard of it. 36 out of 51, we're out, but they're still going. 48 or higher, that's pretty good. That was great fun. We didn't win. We got 36 out of 51 and we thought we were doing pretty good, but the winners ended up getting 50 out of 51. Nah, never mind. There's no prizes. It was just for the glory of winning, and we didn't. So we're going to go and see what, or I'm going to, I'll still resting, I'm going to go and see what is going on down at the Adventure Hotel, if anything. The Price is Correct is the activity that was on the Adventure Hotel. It had already started, and it wasn't really my thing, I don't think. It sort of didn't grab me, so I decided I'd go outside and have a little bit of a walk around. It was freezing, but the sun is shining, so I braved it out a little bit, and come inside now for the game show, back in the Black Circus for 4 o'clock.
Disco Bingo is quite new. Has anyone ever played it before? You must have cruised very recently with us if you've done it, because we created this, didn't we? Yeah. You're going to have a lovely time. So what's going to happen is, you've all got your tickets in front of you. It's 1 between 2. As we play the songs, you're going to mark off that song. Now, when you mark it off, you're going to have to stand up and dance to the song as well, because we need to know that you're getting all of them off, that you're getting them all ticked off, all right? You're going to stand up and dance until we play the next song. Every now and again, we might say, everybody dance, if it's a really exciting song. And then we might give away some on-the-spot ship prizes.
Oh my God.
Ship with a P on the end, yes. All right, everybody understand the rules? It's really easy, right? Are you ready? Let's do this. Song number 1. Let's have a bit disco lighting in here. Ooh, here it comes. It's called I Feel Love. If you've got it, don't forget, stand up and work it. I just walked in to find you here with that bad look on your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your feet. Let's do time. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. Oh, it's the YMCA. You've got to dance to this one. Up on your feet, everyone. Here we go. Whatever you do with the rest of your day, everyone, have a fantastic one. We've got another game show, but the next one will be in Adventure Hotel at 6 p.m. It's time for elimination. Oh, so we'll see you in there at 6 p.m.
Disco Bingo was a lot of fun. In case you didn't get what was happening there, we had a sheet of paper with 16 song titles on. They were all different. They would play the start of the song, and if you got that on your bingo card, you marked it off, stood up and danced the bit of a disco dance to the to what you got now. First of all, they did a line, and then they did a full house. There were winners. I think there were a few more winners on the very last line, which they did as an additional bonus than they thought, so they've had to get some more prize packs. But that was a lot of fun, very different. I haven't been to one of those before. A lot of audience participation. They've come up with quite a few new activities, new sort of games for people to join in on this cruise, and I am liking it. Well done, entertainment team on the P&O Pacific Adventure. Well done, Abby and the crew.
When you're on a normal length cruise, like a 5-dayer or a 10-dayer, normally the last night, everybody just kind of puts their jeans on and a top, and it's sort of the end of the holiday. When you're on a 3-nighter, every night counts, and so the last night, Monday night, is no exception. Everybody is dolled up and glitzy for yet another party night. And we are no exception. We're going to go to the theatre first of all to see the show, then our dinner, and then on to party.
Disco divas and funky fellas.
Okay, you look very funky.
Well, you do as well.
I look diva.
You do.
Diva-esque.
Absolutely, with your sparkly bag
So,
and your sparkly
this
dress.
is what we have on tonight.
And some ridiculously high shoes again.
Ooh, but I can walk in these. And I can dance. And I can funk.
You can dance if you want to.
I can. Now, I had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction before, and it's taken me about half an hour to get this a little bit decent. And so they're sort of pinned down here by the waist, so that I can kind of, I've got to be able to do the moves, you see, without things coming out. So I think I'm all secure and ready to partay, as they say.
Excellent.
So let's have a look and see what Rob has got on. Wait till you see this. Woo!
Sparkly gold.
Do you know what's happened? Actually, the camera has gone overexposed. I've got. It's giving me warning signs, babe, that you are. You are too glittery.
Well, it's not very glittery, but it is gold and sparkly.
golden.
And finally, I've been able to take off that bald wig that I've been wearing for years now and release my natural hair.
I love it.
Anyway, here we go. These are flared. They're a little bit long, but they're flared.
Let's have a look. Fantastic.
There we go. Let's get on with the evening.
another super theatre night.
Yes, 8 tracks, disco hits.
Well, do you know what? They must have done that show. Well, they have done that show especially for this cruise. And I guess they won't do that again for, it could be months before they do it again. And it was really professional. The outfits, they kept getting changed. The girls were in the most amazing sparkly outfits and great big glitter shoes and things. They'd gone to a lot of effort simply for just one, what I'd say is one set. They call it one set, don't they?
Yeah, well, they did 2, didn't they? But
It's an hour, isn't it? 2 for an hour.
Yeah.
So they'd gone to a lot of trouble, and you know, they were absolutely perfect at all the dancing and all the moves and everything. So absolutely well done, guys, for doing that. You could see that you had put a lot of effort into that tonight, and audience loved it.
Yeah,
That's really
absolutely.
good.
Packed house again.
Yes.
Packed house.
Yes.
We did get a seat, but we were extremely lucky to get a seat. It was right at the back.
Rock the boat, baby, rock the boat. Oh, I don't know whether you can see it, but we are rocking. Capitan has been very kind to us and anchored up, as we've said, in a sheltered area. And he has left it as long as possible before we go full steam ahead back to Sydney so that we don't have to get into the waves. He made...
We are going to. He already said there is. We're expecting 40-knot winds and 5-metre swells.
We were supposed to leave this afternoon, and I say he's left it so that we could be as calm as possible for as long as possible. And now we are just going to go steaming, and you can feel it going. I've taken extra tablets, so I'm either going to just fall asleep, hopefully not. So we're just going to cram in as much as possible, as quickly as possible, really. And I think we might just retreat to the blue room if we have to, or somewhere where we can find a seat.
I think that's a given.
Yeah, I think we're just going to find a seat and anchor ourselves down. So here we are, enjoying our evening meal. Now, in the waterfront, they do what they call the cruise. Is it the cruise specialties or
Cruise choices.
Cruise choice or cruise favourites? And they're things like the beef cheeks, I think it was the salmon fish cakes. So it's kind of what they call the old favourites. And actually, they are my old favourites. So I've gone for the minestrone soup. And I always love this because it's a very hearty soup. Lovely. I like the soups because they taste really, they're quite sort of homemade. If you don't taste the packet, which is really lovely. And I can see what you've got is the salmon fish cake. And I've asked for this for my main because the salmon fish cake's also very delicious. Let's have a look.
So I've got the salmon fish cake, and I have had the beef cheeks for main course. So I'm going to tuck into this while it's still warm. I've had it before, it's very nice. Let's just have a quick look now. Just make sure it's still as chunky and hearty as ever. Yeah, it's very solid. Very solid.
The salmon, you see, it is all salmon in there, it's not all potato.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I do like the salmon fish cakes.
So I got the salmon cake, which is, it is a starter, and they've brought it with some steamed vegetables for me, so that it makes it into a main course. No, steamed vegetables are lovely. They've still got a crunch to them, so they're not all watery and overcooked. They're lovely. And Rob's already shown you the salmon cake, but I'm going to give you my opinion. That was such a shock. It's absolutely roasting. I mean, no, the food's been kind of warmish. That is so hot. It's hot out of the oven or the grill or something. Beautiful. Really tasty, lovely. I'm loving that. Hopefully yours is just as hot.
As I said, I got the beef cheeks in a red wine stew on a garlic mash with green beans. I even remembered everything that was on there. So we've got the beef cheeks here.
Tilt down.
Yep. And it's very tender indeed. Let's have a quick taste. I'm expecting this to be a very rich sauce. And it is. It's gorgeous. It might not look like a lot,
but it will be enough because it's very, very rich, very rich. And hot, like you say, yours was.
Oh, yours very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not mouth burning, but it's definitely hot. Yeah. So I'm finishing off my bottle of Shiraz that I bought. It was just the cheaper version, the 20 knots, and I bought it on the first night. It's lasted me 3 nights, 2 glasses a night. So the last one is tonight.
Now, I hope I'm not shaking this camera too much. Rob said that he's going to give me lessons because he reckons I wobble the camera all over the place. So I'm going to blame it on the ship.
No, it's a disco cruise. Blame it on the boogie.
Blame it on the boogie. Do you know, how can a dessert look boring? I mean, just the very name, dessert or cake or pudding or sweet, conjures up delights, doesn't it? The only time I've ever been really disappointed with a dessert was when I was on, I think it was the Royal Caribbean, and they served me up a vegan dessert, and it was actually something like liquidized tofu in almond milk and sugar. Anyway, so this came, and I thought, oh, that looks a little bit boring. It just doesn't look. But let's see. You know what the old saying is? I'll let you say it, Robert.
Did she say what it was supposed to be?
No.
So we don't actually know what it's supposed
I
to be.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
It looks sort of chocolatey, but I don't know.
It doesn't look dark enough to be chocolatey. It looks more like kind of it could be coffee.
Oh well.
And now, what's the old saying?
Guess the dessert.
No, the proof of the pudding is in the eating.
It does look a bit like a pudding, you're right.
It's like a coffee milk dessert. So, do you know what? In my little bag, I come prepared with you know, some women have wet wipes and emergency pins and headache tablets. I have emergency chocolate. I have emergency dessert. So there we go.
Kimmy, if you're watching this, we know what you're going to say.
Says hello. You know, it's like Paddington when he went to see the Queen and he brought out his marmalade sandwich. That's me. That's me. There you go. Never disappointed.
I looked at me earlier. She says, "You know what? I've seen you with hair now. I've seen you without, and I think I prefer you without." So I'm not sure how to take that. The two ends of the spectrum are my normal hairstyle and a 1970s $8 Temu nylon afro wig. I'm sure there's an in-between there somewhere, but I just need to find it.
You get an electric shock every time you stand next to him. All the nylon. It's like a static shock. There you go.
There you go. And there we go, off to see what's happening down in the lobby.
Off Rob.
Gone.
I am going to snitch off Rob twice. Right, twice. One, I've just caught him doing this. with his wig instead of brushing it back from his hair. It's hilarious. Number 2, right. He bought me a present today. Okay. This lovely P&O selfie stick. Because I've been complaining that I'm a YouTube widow, because off he goes with his camera taking all these pictures for everybody, and I'm left standing. And I said, I want to take some pictures too. So here you go, here's a selfie stick, put your phone on that. So I've been busy recording, singing, showing everybody on this camera. So I've got my selfie stick doing all this, and then he goes, by the way, I can't use any of that because the camera needs to be that way. Needs to be landscape. Have you ever met anybody so rotten in your whole life?
To be fair, this is not the first time we've had this conversation.
Pretty hopeless. Anyway, all as I can say is, this is a man who doesn't have any hair who's now gone to going.
Oh, well. Anyway,
Go off to the blue
let's go
room.
see what's happening down the blue room.
I've got my, I was going to say Barry Manilow voice, but I've got my Barry
Whiskey
White
voice.
voice on.
You got to know when to hold them, and know when to fold them, and know when to walk away, and know when to run. The country roads take me home to the place I belong. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith and got a bone? If the Bible tells you so.
That was so funny. We came back to the room and said, right, we'll do a wrap up, and both of us pulled our wigs off. And it's like the hair comes off, and then he's like, can't get the shirts off quick enough, and then he's like, oh my god, how are we going to do a wrap up without my shirts on?
Well, the thing is, our cases have not been collected yet. They're still outside, so Al said, let's put our gear into the cases so we don't have to carry it off, and it's already in the case. So that's what we did, and then we realised so we've had to get dressed. Anyway,
ladies, you'll understand when you say hat hair. So I've got wig hairs. This is all that was underneath. It's all flat and horrible. But anyway, you'll forgive me, won't you?
yeah, another fabulous night. Unfortunately, it is the last night. This is so hot.
I want to show you. So the
Is that funny,
inside,
Gavin?
well, the inside of this is bright yellow, and Rob kept saying all night, I'm sweating in this. I'm going to be yellow inside. So when he takes it off, I'm going to check for the yellow tide mark.
I might look like a Simpson. I tell you,
Yeah.
the amount my belly's swollen, I'll look like Homer Simpson.
I know. It's just too much food. Yeah,
And
3-course breakfast.
but we did have a
It's outrageous.
We did have a great, and we'll have another one tomorrow. We did have a great meal tonight, and it was a great party. And then we ended up in the blue room as usual.
That was quite different to the guy who was on tonight, who was playing later on. It was very much had that vibe of where you get the piano room.
Yes.
Somebody doing like sing songs. He had a guitar and he was doing sing songy things, but it was all like like Country Road and all this kind of stuff. And where
Go Lions, Charlie.
Yeah. It's a sing along stuff. So that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? That was a bit different.
It was a lot of fun. So
It's-
come back. Yeah.
People are still coming down from the nightclub. It is now. Oh, it's just coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning, but people are still coming down from the nightclub, so it's still partying if you wanted to. But it was a little bit quieter then. Well, not quieter, but it was.
It is a bit more.
You could
it is a
see
bit quieter
people were then starting to wind down a little bit and thinking about getting home tomorrow.
Well, we've got to pack up the rest of our stuff, and then we've got to get up early because we're working tomorrow. So
Yep. Good night's sleep.
We'll be
and,
working in Sydney and flying back home tomorrow night. We are supposed to be having a little bit of a rough journey home overnight. We are on deck 5 midships, and for those who know, we've always said midships, lower deck are the most stable place on the ship, and we're in the cabin and we can't really feel too much at all, to be honest with you.
No.
But when we were on the upper deck, before we came back down in here, you could feel the movement. So We are thankful we are in one of our low deck midship
Yeah.
cabins tonight.
Surprisingly, although we do these cruises, I'm not a good traveller at all. If you've watched the channel, you'll know I do have to take the travel sickness tablets and things. So I'm
expecting
pretty,
to see-
I'm okay. Actually, I've been fine.
I'm expecting to see legs for the first couple of days when we get off. You know, when you're standing in the supermarket and all of a sudden you
You're
fall
away.
over. Anyway, we've got to pack up some stuff and we better hit the sack, otherwise we won't be up in time to get off the ship in the morning. If you've liked this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe, hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos, and we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.